Imagine this for a second. You're not just typing keywords into a search box. You're actually having a real conversation, like a proper back and forth with an AI in English, maybe about something complex.
Yeah, collaborating almost.
Exactly. Sounds a bit like sci-fi maybe, but honestly, it's probably closer than you think. And it brings up this really fascinating question, maybe even a little unsettling.
Which is?
Well, what does perfect English even mean anymore? You know, when you're talking to a machine that arguably might have a better grip on grammar rules than most humans.
That's a big one.
It is. So today, that's exactly what we're diving into. Our mission really is to unpack how AI is already kind of quietly rewriting the rules of language.
And importantly, how you can adapt, how you can future-proof your own English skills.
Right. And also, what's still uniquely human in all this? What's the stuff AI just can't touch? Okay, let's unpack this.
Sound good.
So first off, AI is already shaping our everyday communication, like right now, often in ways we don't even really notice, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just the obvious stuff, like the grammar checker popping up in your document.
Or the translation app you use when you're traveling. It's more subtle sometimes. Think about, say, voice assistants. They're kind of normalizing this super concise way of speaking, aren't they? Commands.
Yeah, very direct. Or predictive text, even. You know, the suggestions it gives you that subtly steers how you might phrase something.
Yeah.
It's definitely influencing our linguistic habits. And what's truly insightful here, I think, is how this goes beyond just making things easier. It's not just convenience.
Right.
AI isn't just, fixing our mistakes. It's subtly starting to define what we think of as good English, or maybe just efficient English.
Efficient, yeah, that's a good word for it.
Think about those translation apps again. By giving you an almost instant, pretty much perfect equivalent in another language, well, maybe that makes us a little less tolerant of ambiguity or the nuances that humans naturally use.
I hadn't thought of it quite like that. A silent recalibration.
Exactly. It's tweaking our mental model of language without us really registering it. And this brings up a really crucial question for all of us, I suppose.
Which is?
Are we actually ready for a world where maybe our most frequent chats aren't with other people, but with these, increasingly smart digital minds? Are our learning methods keeping up?
That's a heavy question. And if that's where we are now, well, imagine the ripple effect. Let's try and fast forward a bit. Say just a few years. 2030, maybe.
Okay.
English then.
Yeah.
It won't just be about knowing the traditional grammar rules or having a huge vocabulary necessarily.
No, the emphasis seems to be shifting already, doesn't it?
Right.
Dramatically, actually.
Towards what specifically?
Towards clarity, I'd say. Precision. Being able to say more with fewer words.
And why is that?
Well, simply because that's how AI tends to process language best. It thrives on efficiency, on unambiguous instructions.
Okay, right. So this next part is where it gets really interesting to me. We're basically talking about learning a whole new kind of grammar, but not for talking to humans, for talking to machines. We're seeing this huge explosion of something called prompt engineering.
Yeah, prompt engineering.
Yeah.
And expanding on that a bit, it's not just about, typing slightly better questions into your chatbot.
It's more involved.
Oh, definitely. It's about really understanding the AI's underlying logic in its model. Recognizing that being super specific, using structured commands, even telling it what not to include, like don't mention X, that can totally change the output you get.
So it's like linguistic architecture for AI.
That's a great way to put it. You're using your English to instruct, to extract information, almost to build with the AI. And if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Go on.
English is becoming this foundational interface, not just for people talking to people, but for people interacting with technology.
Yeah.
It's becoming a language of creation almost, with AI as your collaborator.
Wow. Okay. So given that, this feels like a monumental shift.
It does feel significant, yes.
So the obvious question then is, what does this mean for your English, for the listener? How do you adapt? How do you, thrive in this new landscape?
Right. That's the practical bit.
And the good news is there are actually some really practical, powerful things you can do, like right now.
Such as?
Well, for instance, you can actually use these AI platforms themselves. Use them to seriously train your fluency, your accent even. You get immediate objective feedback.
Feedback that a human teacher, maybe, might struggle to give quite so consistently, or maybe feel awkward about giving sometimes.
Exactly.
And a key implication here is that these tools, they aren't just like crutches to lean on. They can be powerful accelerators for your learning.
How so?
Well, you can, say, record yourself speaking, get real-time analysis of your pronunciation. You can practice having conversations with an AI that literally never gets tired or judges you.
That sounds incredibly useful.
It offers this unprecedented level of personalized practice, It allows you to target your learning exactly where you need it most, rather than just generic exercises.
Okay, so that's speaking. What about writing?
Similar idea, really.
You can let the AI be your first draft editor, check your grammar, suggest improvements.
Absolutely. But here's the crucial bit, I think. Don't just blindly hit accept on everything it suggests.
Ah, right. Why not?
Because if an AI rephrases your sentence to be more concise, maybe it's technically correct, but you need to pause and ask yourself, did it lose something? Did it lose a nuance I was trying to convey? Did it kind of erase my voice from the text?
Use the suggestions as a starting point for thinking, not the final word.
Precisely. That reflection, that refinement, that human touch, that's where your unique style actually grows and improves. It's about collaborating with the tool, not just obeying it. And this whole approach, it leads towards what people are calling adaptive learning.
Okay, what's that exactly?
Instead of just doing generic drills like from a textbook, AI systems can actually learn you. They learn your patterns.
So, for example?
Well, it might notice, say, that you consistently stumble over using the passive voice in really complex sentences, even if your general vocabulary is huge.
Right, a specific weak spot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the system can create exercises tailored specifically for that issue, for that nuance. It's not just dragging you through a preset curriculum that might not fit your actual needs.
It's like precision-guided learning.
That's it. It's like having this incredibly observant personal English coach, maybe in your pocket, available 24/7.
Wow. A coach that tracks your habits, understands how you learn, and builds stuff just for you.
Exactly. Focusing your effort where it matters most.
Okay, but amidst all this amazing tech, all this potential, there has to be a but, right?
Well, yeah. There's an enduring truth here, I think. Something really crucial to remember.
Which is?
While AI is evolving incredibly fast and it can do amazing things with language, it's never going to replace the heart and soul behind your words.
The human element.
The human element. Things like critical thinking, genuine creativity, emotional intelligence, understanding not just what is said, but how and why, and the feeling behind it.
Those are our human superpowers, essentially.
You could call them that, yeah. Yeah, there are things AI, at least as we understand it now, simply can't replicate authentically.
So
Ultimately, the most profound insight, I think, is that strong, really authentic English. It's always going to be about building that human-to-human connection, not just human-to-machine.
The nuances, the humor.
The shared experience you build through storytelling, the empathy you can convey just through subtle phrasing. These are realms where, human expression is always going to reign supreme. Actually, one of the sources we looked at mentioned a study, I think it was from MIT. It showed users who regularly used AI writing tools got about, say, 50% more efficient linguistically.
Faster, clearer.
Yeah. But interestingly, there was also a slight dip in creative sentence variation over time. Their writing became a bit more uniform, maybe.
That's fascinating. A trade-off. Yeah. Efficiency versus uniqueness.
Exactly. It kind of underscores that efficiency isn't the only thing that matters in communication. Not by a long shot.
So here's a final thought to leave you with, maybe. As AI pushes us, perhaps, towards this more precise, clear language that works well for machines, could it maybe inadvertently make our human-to-human communication even more appreciative of nuance, of emotion, of all those beautiful, messy imperfections that make human expression so, human?
Interesting question. Will dealing with a machine make us value the human connection even more?
Yeah. Will the efficiency demanded by AI make us cherish the richness, the ambiguity, the art of talking to each other even more? Something to think about, isn't it?